Reconstruction plans. Here's a little-known picture of Lincoln figuring out what to do in his political lab, Louisiana, Tennessee, South Carolina. These were the states that early in the Civil War, the Union Army invaded and started taking back land. So it was the perfect place for Lincoln to test some of his potential solutions for Reconstruction. Mary Lincoln didn't like this picture. All right, Lincoln's plan is often called the 10% plan, and he starts developing it in 1863. It offers amnesty for Confederates who take a loyalty oath to the Union. Some high-ranking Confederates were illegible, like top generals and other political leaders. And when 10% of voters take the oath, they can form a new state government. But the government must abolish slavery. So this 10% plan of Lincoln's, he thought the president was responsible for deciding the terms of Reconstruction because he was the leader. However, Congress disagreed. The radical Republicans in Congress think the plan is too lenient, too easy, and they're more interested in punishing the Confederates. And as they pointed out, well, Congress does make the laws. The president is the executive branch. Reminder about the radical Republicans. They are a subgroup or faction of the Republican Party who controlled Congress. They believe in punishing the South. They believe in civil rights for African Americans. And that idea of civil rights or voting rights for African Americans or some measure of equality does make them radical compared to other Americans of the time period. Their leader in the House of Representatives was Thaddeus Stevens from Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Here's Congress's plan. 3 points. When not 10%, but 51% of voters take the oath, they can form a new state government. The U.S. government will appoint a military government to run the state because you can't trust the Confederates. And there will be civil rights or voting rights for African Americans. Lincoln thought Congress's plan was too harsh, too much of a punishment, and he vetoed it. Oh no, but Lincoln is assassinated. Whose plan will be used? Neither. Vice President Andrew Johnson takes over the presidency. He's from Tennessee, he's a Southerner, and he develops his own plan. It's easy. It's very similar to Lincoln's with a loyalty oath, abolish slavery, but no rights for African Americans. He is a Southerner after all. Loyal Union man, but doesn't want to punish his peeps. So who's going to win? The president or Congress? Our democracy has checks and balances among the 3 branches of government. But Congress and the president always have some kind of tug of war to see who has more power or who gets their way. So who's going to win in this case? The winner is Congress. They overrode President Johnson's veto of their bill, and that requires a 2/3 majority. Here's a little-known picture of Thaddeus Stevens getting ready to give the former Confederates a knockout punch. Here's the Congressional or Radical Reconstruction Plan, and this is a very harsh plan. First, they're going to divide the South into 5 military districts run by military governors, and the federal army is going to occupy each of these states. Second, states must write a new constitution which bans slavery and secession before they can even form a government. 3, Southern men cannot vote unless they take a loyalty oath. 4, all states must ratify the 14th Amendment which is about African American citizenship, and as a result, they must allow African American men to vote. Ooh, Confederates during the Reconstruction era, not happy. And that loyalty oath, not happy. Silly Confederates, the nation's for loyal people.